I used to work at like the Garden State Discovery Museum, which is like a children's museum, and the person that made music is like I was like an actor and like a workshop person and stuff.
Yeah.
So we'd have to do like shows for the kids. And the person that made music turned out to be the high school choir teacher of one of my friends, and like she hated him.
Oh,
So
no.
like whatever song we had to do for the museum, he would send himself singing, and it was just like these really terrible like children's songs and stuff. So I sent her every single like demo and stuff. Like after I quit that place, I was like, all right, here's all his songs, here's everything and shit. And she spread it around to his high school and stuff, and like everyone would just start fucking with him and like play his music and stuff. And, like,
oh my god,
that was.
if it was terrible, it sounds like you guys fucking come.
He was an asshole, and it was worth sending a big ass email.
oh my god.
Why are all like music teachers assholes? Like, what's the story? Is that
Probably
lightsaber?
failed musicians.
What is
that part? Oh my
Sorry,
god.
not to shit on music teachers, but
like there are probably great ones out there.
you
Not all music teachers.
They're either like the coolest
But-
teachers in the world, or like it's like a high boomer bust.
Exactly.
Like,
My like elementary school music teacher, like I really made me appreciate music and stuff like that. Though they were like really great. My high school band director, Mr. I'm not gonna say his name.
No, we can always
But,
cut
like-
anything out.
But nigga, fuck you. And that's that on that. Like
I mean, that's just tea. That's
we
tea.
would sit in his office like because the band room was like the safe haven, the escape from the school. You can hide in there most times. My friend had the key. That nigga was the
Oh my
delinquent. But anyways, we would like sit in his office sometime, talk to the teachers and like the assistants and stuff like that. Like I don't know what they're called, but moving on.
The aides, like the teacher aides,
like the teaching aides,
Yeah.
and like the after school, like the band, the people come out, the older
Yeah.
people, like color guard instructors and like clarinet, bass, all that stuff.
T.
And sometimes it would sit in there and talk politics and like talk about taxes and gun laws. And
Oh.
like I'm like, wow,
I didn't know
you're
that was
like
tea.
you're like kind of you're a little conservative. Wow, and you're talking to children.
you're
and
like, and how is this
convincing
gonna help
teenagers.
me learn my instrument better? Like,
Bitch, he literally sat there. He was like, "Imagine if you got an A, and the rest of the class got an F, and you have a C now."
yeah,
Bitch,
playing a
no,
clarinet's nice, but you ever fire an AR-15?
Oh my God.
Oh, this is music to my ears, almost as much music as my Glock. Like,
You ever go to another country and destabilize their government? Oh my god.
you ever hunt lions? Because, if I didn't have to pay so much in taxes, I'd be on a safari right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
sir, we're
here.
15. Please.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah,
But Bambi was a great movie, right?
Randy?
honors with the good guys.
Bambi.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
I'm
That's
fucking
real.
hungry. I'm excited to eat.
No, that part. I'm very, very excited as well. I'm just excited to dog them. I'm trying to get us some
I
fries.
swear, I keep fucking coughing. It's making me feel fine.
Oh my gosh.
I
you
got
said-
tuberculosis.
Oh.
It's a fire. No, that's bronchitis. I got bronchitis. It's a fire.
By Liam's hilarious, I swear. Oh my, I just love lighting. I made a joke earlier with Liam that like
it changes everything.
I was gonna spend all of his like gambling money on like lighting equipment when he gets sent to jail for I don't know, like child abuse when we have a kid and we force him to be a soccer star. I don't know, man, but
Blue Lock? Is that you?
No,
No,
sorry.
Blue Lock is really good. Second season animation.
Yeah, but
that's a
the
lot.
last episode was peak. No, but my response was, I was like, you're gonna spend gambling money, but you can't spend debt.
Yes, because Liam needs to. Liam needs to stop.
How are you gonna spend negative money?
That's real. I didn't pay my student loans. Anyways.
Oh my god, no, literally, I need
All it
to.
takes is one Eagles parlay. All it takes is one Saquon.
Listen, I need to download one of them sports betting app. The Super Bowl was. It's like next week.
Yeah.
Let me
Actually, you know what you should do?
What?
There's a DraftKings referral thing where if you it's only like a $5 or $10 deposit. You get like 150 in bonus bets. So you could like theoretically do that, put a fuck ton on the Super Bowl, and like one of them will probably hit,
Got you.
and then you have free money. Like I did one of those. Like my friend paid for like the deposit and shit, and I got $250 because I bet in the first person to score a goal in the soccer game.
I'm totally listening. I just realized I made it bisexual in here, and I love that kind of
Congratulations.
like low key.
How do you?
Thank you. See, I need more besties around me that are proud of me. Liam never tells me he's proud of me.
It's fine. I just had trends too.
Hater.
New flag just dropped, yo.
How is that hating? I was saying.
I mean, I guess
We're
it's kind of bad,
supporting
but
more
it's
people.
more like
How
trans.
that's hating? Isn't that loving? We're supporting more people.
Let
What's that
bisexuals
hating?
have their moment, Liam.
Bisexual trans people exist, you know?
Period.
This is their
Bisexual,
color.
biromantic, trans, lesbian boyfriend.
The perfect unicorn is out there somewhere for you. You know?
Her name's probably Alex.
I'm unicorn.
I'm yelling by.
Her name's probably Alex.
I'm yelling out loud. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh my god, Blue, who'd you
Alex,
vote for?
if we caught your ass,
Who'd you vote for?
drop a follow.
Did I vote for?
Yeah.
I'm not
Gary
gonna lie.
Thompson.
Controversial take. I didn't vote.
Honestly, that's not the controversial. I think it's only controversial if you did vote and you voted for Trump. That's
Right?
like
No,
insane.
fuck. Don't piss me off.
Okay, I did vote Bronny for Congress.
No, you're lying.
Fuck Donald Norcross. He's a piece of shit racketeer.
Wait, you voted Bronny, like LeBron James' son?
Yes.
I didn't.
Our congressman's a piece
I
of
was
shit,
not.
and
I was
his
not.
opponent's a fucking
I was
Republican.
not aware of
Like, I
this.
was gonna do a write-in, so I'm like,
Liam's on.
so I have him in my dynasty league. So
Mhm.
hey,
Mhm.
Bronny's my future of my dynasty basketball franchise. So I'm betting on the future. I'm gonna vote.
So it's like you betting on basketball
that
and
makes that
also
kinda
the
better.
entire country.
Exactly. No, because you know what? I'd rather trust LeBron James than Donald Norcross, who fucking is taking millions from Camden. His brother's a fucking getting legal action for racketeering right now. Yeah, I think Bronny, he's cooking up in the G League. I think he'll cook it up in Congress.
This is
More
hilarious.
so than Donald Norcross.
This is hilarious.
But no, I mean, I voted for Kamala, but for Congress, I'm not going to vote for a piece of shit. And the opponent's a Republican that was also a piece of shit. So I voted for Bronny. It's right there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Losing side of the same coin, you know?
Oh, okay, but what'd you say, Blue?
I said losing side of literally the same coin. Like all politics at this fucking point. They're
Yeah.
like, I'll see a post on Twitter and people are like, "There's new trans Indian so and so," but like they all want us to die. So what am I celebrating? Really? Like,
Yeah.
No, that's true.
And
that's
the Republicans still have the Supreme Court and shit. Like, okay, cool, fantastic. Like history is made, but also history is also being very much asserted right now. Even like Andy Kim confirming some of the Trump picks and shit. It's like, okay, like I'm really proud that you're making history, but also like have some backbone.
Still, yeah, okay, yeah, like I feel that completely. I just feel like maybe sometimes I might be on social media a little too much because I see people like whining and crying and whatnot, and I'm like, and people like say things like, "Oh, guys, we have to like prioritize community, this and the third." And I'm hearing people on the internet say things that I've been saying like for the past several years, and it's like it irks me because it's like I've been telling you bitches to like focus on your communities for like so long.
Right.
I can't receive any of you hoes crying about community now. It's like you should have been known to do
people
that.
don't know what community is and they don't want to actually learn.
No, those community motherfuckers are also be like, "Can you Venmo me those $3 for gas or some shit?" Like they're also the first ones to never let anything slide or be like, like I'll buy your coffee this time, you buy one next one, and like not make it so transactional. It's like no, you want transactional community. You want like tangible benefit. You don't want community. You want like, oh, how can like you selfishly help? It's this out of selfish intent versus like, oh, being a part of community, like you're exposed to a lot of people with different resources, but it's like it's about the beauty of that coming together versus like, oh, I need you because I don't have a mechanic friend, and if shit goes wrong with my car, I just need to have like someone that I can contact. Like
exactly, like you need like you don't want to be there for your friends. Really, people want to just like receive things. I've always been like such a giver, and like I never really understood people just like who take and take and take. And I've met like so many people who like in my life who unfortunately like have just like, hey, you're cool, you're nice, give me.
No, yeah, a lot of people don't understand like the art of reciprocation. It's like that shouldn't need to be extremely taught to you. I feel like you should, like, if people like do nothing but pour into you, why wouldn't you just naturally pour into others?
Exactly.
When it's like you're generous, you're like your generosity is not out of it's like I'm out of like I'm trying to be a genuine person, and if you're someone that I can fuck with, like I don't mind like offering you a ride or something, or like I'll buy your drink this time, you get it next time or some shit. Like I'd rather like build a rapport and get to know someone. But if you're gonna instantly make it so transactional, be like, oh, if you'll do this, then you can do X, Y, and Z for me, and it's like no, like you can earn that or someone, and like if you're like a close friend or something or a family member, like more than happy to. But it's if you're looking at it as like, oh, I can just use this person for X, Y, and Z versus like, I'm like, I like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, you spit it right now.
It's not intent, like, because it's like, I know I'm like, you can weed someone out. You can tell when someone genuinely like, oh, you just want this, and this is what you're really getting at, or it's like, oh, why are we just dancing around this? Like, sometimes you gotta be blunt, where it's like, all right, like,
gotta be uncomfortable.
I'm like, you're doing all this just for that, which is what I said originally. Like, what we knew was gonna happen. Like, why is this a surprise? Like, this is what your course of action, or this is what kind of whatever.
And then, why would you honk at them? But no, I'm listening.
People
it's
cannot
Philly.
drive.
Honestly, it's Philly. People are gonna honk at everything.
Yeah, it's like, why would you honk at them when they're like they're not that near you yet, and they are like I think they whatever. That's just tea.
So,
But no,
city
yeah.
of brotherly love, everybody.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
but sometimes brothers beat the shit out of each other. Like,
Oh, that's
I think that's all the brothers in the city do.
Yeah.
no, that's tea. That's tea. That's
like, I have
tea.
2 brothers. Like,
No, that's
sometimes
not.
you brawl, and 2 minutes later you're chilling. You're like, hey, you want to watch Gumball or
No,
some
that's
shit?
real.
Like,
I
you're
love-
like, when you're like,
Love gumball.
or it's
No,
like,
literally love gumball.
I'm gonna tell mom, no, not if I start swinging, you're not gonna like.
No, you guys are so sick.
You gotta work out your anger.
Exactly.
Each other, you know.
I feel that.
That's a black eye between family.
That's
That's the real community, right?
domestic violence, familial abuse.
there.
Maybe those do that. Maybe those do that.
See, only people in my family I've like really fought was like my cousin, and that's because like we're like close enough ages, and then like my siblings were like always like 10 years older than me, so like I would lose. They would like hold me, and, like I was just like, bitch, fuck.
You're like,
Can't do shit about this.
T. Moment.
Or like, I'm not gonna give you a ride. You're like, oh yeah,
Sorry.
sorry.
You missed the bus. You're like, hey, I never mad at me, but can you give me a ride? Like, well, you should have did the thing I wanted. I'm like, well, whatever. Like, thank you. You're so sweet. Love you, down.
I feel that.
You're the best.
You spitting, Liam.
That part.
What are you trying to?
Are you a Venmo friend? Are you
No, that part. Ooh, okay, Blue, I have a fun question.
What's up?
Okay, how much time do you think it takes you to know a person before you can accurately speak on their character? Because I like know a lot of what's it called, like I've met a lot of people that like it's like differing like
Mhm.
variables and whatnot. Like I know a lot of times like I might not like certain people, or like how like I told like Liam and our 2 friends Brennan and Alex that I'm like, yeah, I feel like some of your friends are losers. And I said that because I'm like, yeah, I feel like some of your friends are losers, and I don't really
That's
I'm
real.
not really that fond of them. So maybe. No, don't. Maybe. I mean, maybe I think you should probably maybe hang out with them a little less. But that's up to you. That's up to you. If you want to hang out with losers, go ahead. Just know I won't be one of those losers.
I think there's
But-
a nicer way to say that.
No, that
The message is real.
yeah. So like, but then it's like, but then you gotta take a moment to be like, okay, if you, like, I'm like, okay, if I've only met someone maybe once or twice, maybe 3 times, like, I think you can actually speak on an experience that you have with someone and whatnot. Yes, you can be like, oh well, when I met this person, when we hung out, it was and it wasn't super great. But that's different than being like, oh, I can say that Blue is this kind of person, they're this, they're that, and it's like, well, how long have you like known them? It's like, well, I met them like twice. It's like, well, you don't really know them then, and whatnot for you to be saying that like, call them all kind of bitches and hoes. But what's your
I feel
thought
like
process on that?
for like the most like generic people like I meet, like I'm not like really like. You're like you're at work, your coworkers, like people are just like
Yeah.
around you, not people, like you're
Coworkers.
intentionally like trying to like connect with and talk to deeper. Like for them, I'll say like, okay, I'll give it 3 months. Like I'm a very like observant person. I just kind of like. I keep track of things. I'm like a little autistic. I meet things. So like, I'm I said this one time, but different from things at one time. Like I keep track.
when someone's like narcissistic and you suss them out, or like like everyone loves this person, but it's like for whatever reason you get that like there's something about this person, and then like 2 3 months later you're like I sussed this shit out like right away, and you're like maybe I'll try to give it the benefit of the doubt, maybe like maybe I'll give it a couple months, maybe it's my own bias, and then it's like nope, you're not from me.
I was right the entire time.
Yeah, and you're like great, like you're like alright, great, like
no, that's tea.
I should listen to my
That's
sussness.
tea. That's really tea. Like when you like, that's tea when you think about like the person that like it's like, oh, how do they get along with everybody? Like no one rubs them the wrong way. I always feel a way about that. I'm like, I be like, because I'm like, I feel like sometimes when people are a little too palatable, I'm like, so you don't got a problem with nothing? You cool with everything? Oh yeah, we probably not gonna get along.
Like, you gotta have problems with stuff. You have to. Like,
yes.
shit has to make you fucking mad. If you're cool with anything, like you're a centrist.
Yeah.
I can't fuck with his interest.
Yeah, I feel I can't fuck with no bitches that be cool with everything because I'm like, nah.
Like being open to everything, trying new things, then
Sure.
liking it.
Sure.
Cool.
Sure.
Valid.
Sure.
But then like you just have never questioned like accepting things. That means you're probably also not thinking deeper about these things, or like not even questioning to even begin with. Like,
Yeah.
But
I hate
when
it.
you really think about that,
No, I hate it. I hate it, bitch. It's like it ain't ever that serious. Girl, fuck you.
it is. If I'm saying this that serious, why the fuck are you trying to?
Well, no,
that serious?
especially,
You
like-
gaslighting me.
Right.
That's what it is.
There's people that just like hate for no reason and stuff. Or something.
Yes!
I'm like, dude, you're just being corny.
And
or
don't
you're
get
just
me
like,
wrong, I'm a hater.
right?
No,
No,
and
No,
but it's like no, but there's like a time and place, or it's like if you support like rival teams or something, or if we're kind of like do something, we're playing a game, we like
We
do
talking about
trash
sports,
talk,
yeah.
like do
Time and
something
place.
like there's like there's a difference between like bantering or some shit, or it's like no, you're either projecting
Time and
something
place.
that you're fucking dealing with, or it's like you're going unnecessarily nasty on someone.
People always be projecting. They always
Yes.
project, and they never want to stop and
I
think
know.
like, "Hey, let's unpack that." I always want to be the person that's just like, let's sit here for a moment. Let's breathe. You know, and let's talk through it with you.
Let's breathe.
Yeah, I'm like you're the third person. And I'm like you've had problems with 3 roommates. So after a certain point, I'm kind of like you're the common denominator. Like all right, like maybe it's not just luck of the draw. Like I'm like all right, like I've heard this one before, and I would be annoyed too. Like I'm like I wouldn't want to be your roommate. Like you hear shit like that, or it's like. Like I wouldn't want to be your partner in this situation, or I wouldn't do whatever in this situation. Like, I don't think you're in the right. Like, and I would rather have a friend or be a friend that like it could be like, hey, put me in my place, like give a hard boundary and stuff, versus a friend that's gonna excuse you. Like, show that you're a true friend, and that's so you can also tell someone that you can truly fuck with and stuff. Where it's like, because there's like a way, there's like a certain way to do it and stuff. But it's like, you don't want a friend that's just gonna let everything slide, because it's like. You want a friend that wants you to be the best version of yourself, and it's like, hey, this isn't you, this isn't kind of whatever and shit. Like, knock this off or something.
You're not trying to help me be my best self. Like, if we're gonna sit in like the selves we are like 5 years, it's like, what are we doing? Yeah, like if someone's to build each other up. Yeah, like if someone's like, yo, just drop this, like move on from this, like whatever and shit, or it's like, it's just let it slide, let it slide. Like it, if you can trust that person, do so. Don't.
I feel that. Okay,
we need accountability buddies.
Blue, in your opinion, what do you think right now are the biggest plights affecting Black people today? Like, what would you, when you think, what's really keeping us down? What is your brain, what does your mind go to?
Capitalism.
Yeah, that's
capitalism.
Yeah.
And like,
always capitalism.
But like always, like capitalism as like, Black people are trying to use capitalism as a means to like get that like white image of like upper class superiority, that like
hustle culture,
entrepreneurship
like culture.
That.
It's like,
you have a hobby, turn to a business. You like cooking?
Right.
Open a restaurant. Right. I like making dinner. I don't want to do that.
Like, start making plates and sell them for $20.
And like as an entrepreneur and like art stuff like that, like I did monetize my hobbies, but like that's because like this is my life and I want to be able to do that. If people don't want that, like let's just vibe. Stop trying to one up each other. Right. Stop cursing your friends out.
No, literally stop going to my
like birthday dinners. It's not that serious. She a bad bitch. You should be happy your friend's a bad bitch. Like it's all kinds of things where it's really just like,
I feel you.
If you stopped and like realize like what you're bringing to the table and having a conversation, like relationships should always really be an open dialogue. And you can be mad at each other. You can be happy. You can be upset. You can be whatever. But like. You gotta be real. You gotta talk about what's going on.
Like we all don't gotta do hair. We all don't gotta do hair, sweetie. Like you don't got a salon. You have a kitchen and a 4-year-old running around. Let's just let's take a second. Let's take a second. Let's take a second and realize. Let's realize.
Popeyes, Louisiana fast.
That's McDonald's. What's the Popeyes? Love that chicken from Popeyes.
I'm yelling out loud. Okay, it's 6:17. I think I'm gonna try because it still says soon. But I feel like the app, like sometimes you check the mobile or through the app and it says it's still not ready, but you go in and they're like it's been ready for like 10 minutes.
Popeyes does not give a fuck.
No, they don't. They probably threw that together and was like, "Come get your food before it's cold, ho."
No, every time I DoorDash and I had to pick up from Popeyes, it was always the worst experience. And like there was one time where they didn't even have their address entered right in DoorDash, so it took me like 5 minutes away to like a random fucking building, and I was like,
I'm fucking weak.
I was like, Popeyes, where the hell? I'm at like a Hobby Lobby or some shit. I'm like, where the fuck? I'm like, there's no fucking Popeyes here. I'm like, what the hell? Like,
did you say Chipotle?
Juicy.
So funny. Okay, what's in here? Okay, so we got some wing bites for whoever wants to start on them.
Right.
We got some. This is the fries.
I'm gonna see the whole haul before I really get down.
Right?
We got suspense. The guy has suspense in there.
Okay, yeah, we got some biscuits right here. We got some of the wing boys.
These tenders?
I think is it fries?
Oh, these are shrimp.
Oh, shrimp. Oh yeah, a quarter pound of shrimp. We got some scrimps. We got some scrimps.
That's probably gonna be the scrimps.
We got some jalapenos. That part. Oh, they look like little children. Like, because they're like little and fat type shit.
It's big as fuck.
That part. Oh yeah. I got you.
You got it.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
this is our chicken boy.
So much food.
There's so much shit.
These are tenders.
Oh yeah, this is some big boy chicken.
Got some sandwiches.
Alright, there should be. I think there should be like 2 ghost pepper sandwiches.
Alright.
Sandwiches. Oh yeah, there we go. Because I knew Liam likes spice.
And there's.
I fuck with spice too.
That part, and then
something fries.
That's like a little bit of fries. Let's see what's up with this. Yeah, this is just some fries. I'll slide that over to you, partner. That part. I think that's what. We got some macaroni or red beans and rice. I think this is macaroni, and I do have plates,
Macaroni and
forks,
cheese.
and straws for us.
And it was
Hard.
Yes, I think that's very necessary.
No, that part. We got some red beans and rice. Red beans and rice.
right.
That part, red beans and rice.
I can take that.
Okay, where no. And then some. Are
If you need
Are
any
these
room,
some
let me know.
No, yeah, that part. Are these some fries? These are some fries. You can just like feel and smell the heat radiating and whatnot.
It feels good. It's cold outside.
No,
Oh my
that
God.
part. Like it's given. Oh my god, Liam, was that everything?
Yeah.
Okay,
Side
that.
sauces.
Okay, that. Ooh, they got like a barbecue in there. Oh, yeah, you got that.
Thank
You got that. Thank you, partner.
If you need me to hold anything so it can be a little less encumbered.
Let me give you the chicken. I don't know how you feel about some tender. Let me give you the chicken. I don't know how you.
love me a little
Where? Let me put the jalapenos down there when I take beat. But okay, word.
Where
Where the forks?
Oh, let me pass that. Let me pass that out.
Okay.
Let me pass out a fork. I better still have some forks up here. It better not just be spoons. Y'all better be mad at me. No, that part. Oh my god, Liam, is a spoon okay?
There's black and ranch.
Or like, is it given like what you needs a fork?
I think it's been should be
Let me
fine.
double check if I feel like a bitch might be out of forks.
You sure you don't want me to send you anything for this?
Nah, you're fine. You're fine. We do this all the time. We don't do this all the time. We do this whenever we gotta film and whatnot. Let me not lie. Is that a cop? No, I think that's a cop. No, it's a nigga in a big coat. I'm over here like, damn. What the?
It was a barbecue.
Oh, purr. Let me. Ooh. Now that I let it get it to 3. Let me cut that. Oh my gosh. Liam, how much room you got back there? I'm trying to put some things on your side. Oh, word, that. You take one.
Like it.
Word. Let me hold this. Let me slide this. I'm gonna slide this right there. Tighty. That's what's that? That's some chicken type shit. Okay, word. And I'll keep the biscuits and fries on me, and now I'll turn down the heat so I'm not dying. You getting them together? I know that's right. You getting them real together.
For right now, the audio will be a little low.
That part. Oh my gosh.
Any sweet and spicy? Or honey chipotle, whichever this one is.
Wait, there's a sauce in there, or is it wing?
There's sauce. There's saucy nuggets.
Oh, it's the wings. Liam, you want that right now? You need a moment.
Okay, let's do a ghost pepper sandwich.
Yeah.
Start with the heat.
Bye. Liam needs to start with the heat. It's really his thing.
That's a real. Bird.
We're doing our own hot ones challenge.
Need some more? Yeah, you need some more.
Yeah,
no. Like Javai. What'd you say?
Tenders in anybody?
I'll take a tender, please.
That part, like Javai, twin Javai.
I am Joe Biden. I am Joe Biden.
Oh, let's do that. Beautiful. Should be good for now.
Black people.
No, Black people.
Slash positive. Slash five.
It's so good. I can feel my insides creaming. I'm just so cream based and original, right, Liam?
Like the person Southern Valley Ranch, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Something, no.
Oh, Blue, do you make a lot of friends or like people to work with through social media as of right now, or no? Or how's that for you?
I do actually. I connect with like a lot of really cool people in Philly, and I connect with build a little network of opportunity. I am surrounded by like posts of like, hey, this is going on? Like little writing circle, like find little spaces I can just like meet people and like do creative writing and stuff like that, and like perform or just watch bands and stuff like that. That's always around me, so it's like really cool getting to like connect with people and like do covers. I am working with someone. I think this upcoming Tuesday. Oh, I double booked myself. I gotta fix that later.
But,
I
real.
am supposed to be working on a cover with someone Tiffany Subspace Highway on Instagram. And I got the opportunity from my friend Nasir, who I met at the writing circuit my friend Cammy invited me to. And
You still
I'm
outside?
voicing like writing stuff about them. Nasir came to my birthday. We jammed. It was really great. Like, I make a lot of cool friends, and also like I get like a lot of serendipity when it comes to like internet relationships. A year or two ago, I went to New York to visit my friend Martia. I call him Juicy. I moderate in their Discord server, actually. And it's for Black and brown queer people. If you're all down to game and get creative and have like that space to do to other people, connect, make some Black friends online, like I can send you the link.
That's true. I'm down.
Unfortunately, you are not invited. Love you down though.
That's fair.
But yeah, I met my friend Odessa there, and then like this year I saw them. Well, last year I saw them at a film festival my sister was screened at, and I was just like, wow, like imagine that. Like I'm doing something right.
No, yeah, that's so good. That's really how you build community.
Speaking of what, she texted me today, and she sent me a script to read, and I'm going to do that after all this. I'm a busy bee today.
That's up. Yeah, you seem like you be like you radiate like an energy of like busyness creatively.
I just try to think a lot. People don't do that. I just want to know my thoughts and just like, damn, how do I feel? We got a song about that.
When just being around like other artists and stuff, even if you're like doing your own thing or like writing together,
That helps.
and just being able to like bounce off ideas, or even just like the body doubling of like, we're on a workshop and stuff, like, in college I took like a printmaking class, and knowing that we're all like working on our prints and stuff at the same time, or like in my sculpture class, like we're all, working on our project, we're all like cutting out this inflated, we're all like, using the same clay and stuff right now, especially like a shared kind of like, we're all writing. You could be writing a sci-fi thing, you could be writing like a, end of the world kind of story. You could be writing like an environmental justice, like personal story or something. But like you're all writing. You're kind of like all in that kind of artistic space. Sometimes like being by yourself, you can go on a walk or something, or kind of like disrupt your kind of like writer's block. But like being around other people and stuff too, you kind of have that like extra kind of boost. I feel like it can kind of like flows more creatively.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah, I feel that.
Connect with other artists.
I feel that. I know a lot of times I've talked about like the frustrations of trying to connect with other artists with like Liam and like our friend Dom because of like how I don't know what it is. I feel like more than not, but maybe it is just my experience and whatnot. But more than not, sometimes I feel like the second I like check someone's Instagram or their Twitter or whatever social media platform, and I see a K or an M, I'm thinking like, one, they may not respond, which is fine. It's totally fine. You don't owe me no response.
You never. What is that?
Like, say you beat my account. You say I got 2,000 followers. That'd be like that's like, oh, he has a K.
Oh,
like
okay, gotcha.
or like if you see something like, oh, he got like, or I see your account and say, oh, Blue got like 72K on Instagram or like 300K on TikTok, or if Liam got like 1M on Instagram, like something like that. Like that's what I mean when I say like a K or an M. Like usually when people have more followers, they're less likely to respond to just like you hitting them up and whatnot, which is fine. But something else I have noticed from like a lot of other artists, maybe not, I don't want to say a lot, I'll say something I've noticed from other artists is that a lot of times, it seems like and it's always people's choices. Like people don't got to work with you. They don't, like, you can have whatever reason you want to have and whatnot. I mean, keep it valid, but yeah. But I'll see sometimes where it feels like to me some other artists, regardless of what field they're in, like let's say like I'm more of a video guy, and let's say you're more performance based, and then Dom's more like music performance based whatnot. Like sometimes, like regardless of what field, it seems like some people don't want to work with you or connect with you artistically unless they have a pretty good idea that they can get something from like you, or get something from working, like quote unquote working with you or whatever. And the whole time I'm just thinking like, well, I just wanted to like connect because I feel like community is important, and we could, like, I don't know, like, man, like you could come on a brother show, I could do whatever you need, like, I'm not, but not in like I'm trying to say that not in like a there's a difference between like trying to do things in a reciprocal way and trying to do things in a I'm trying to get something from Blue. Like, oh, I want to do. Yeah, there we go. That's what it is. Like, there's a difference between like you expecting when a reciprocation in whatever kind of relationship you have with someone else versus like it being very transactional. It's like, Blue only came on my show because I said I was going to do this for them. Like, no, it's like, Blue came on my show, and then I naturally was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come out to your performance and whatnot because that's just like not just like in a transactional way. That's like a
Just a food bribe.
yeah, that part. Like, that's how you move with people when they move with you. Like, when people put on for you, you should want to put on for them. I mean, if you
being intentional in a relationship, just knowing that, like, I don't know, just connecting with people and like getting to know them, like deepening that relationship, like being changed because like you made relationship. Wow. Being changed in relationships and like caring and connecting with these other people, like it's like my favorite thing to do. It's like all I write about, really. I always try to like show up like as best as I can, and if I can't, I try to apologize for that. I really just try and show up like the best I can. Like I want to make friends, I want to do art, and like everything else is like a plus, really. Like it's really cool that like I'm eating Popeyes in your car right now. Like this is fucking sick. Like, and it's just like getting to do shit like that. Like I was a kid that like stayed in the house all the time. Like really just like would just stuff like that and do stuff like that. So like I've always had like little voice in my head like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna make friends, I'm just vibe, and I'm hella vibing right now. Joe vibing right now.
No, I feel that. I'm always like, we all really could be friends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not like the racists, the pedophiles, all the ists and everything. Like, I can't be cool with y'all. Like, y'all weird. Y'all want to fuck kids and rape women. Y'all are weird. But I'm like, bro, we could all be like cool. You just gotta like just pick up your phone. I do feel like the people that like have the idea of like, say yes to life, they have a good idea. There are times I'm like, you should. No, yeah. I'm like, there are times when it's like, you know what? You need to feel okay saying no to people, and people need to be okay hearing no. Like the same thing you said before. It's like you need to like be able to learn how to be uncomfortable, and like a difference between like when there's like an uncomfortable, like some guy is giving off rapey vibes at a party, uncomfortable, and like uncomfortable, like your roommate told you to like take out the trash because you never do it, and they're making you uncomfortable because they're solidifying a power standard in the apartment. And it's like, see, there's times when it's like, yeah, don't be uncomfortable. There's times like you need to like push yourself a little. Like you don't want to be one of those people that like can't do anything.
Yeah, well, like especially like with like music and stuff. You're like, I only like X new music, whatever. It's like, well, dude, I was trying to invite you to a house show. They don't usually do house shows for this whatever genre, but like, I really like the space or something. At least it's something that like I do, and you might like doing it, or like for art. Hey, I like making videos. I like doing kind of whatever. I've been taking a painting class or something. You don't have to be the next fucking Van Gogh. You don't have to be the next Picasso. But it's like, hey,
get outside, man.
Like
get
let's
outside.
do one of those, like let's make our own like paint night or something, where it's like smoke a couple of joints or something, or like
that shit's
like
fun.
crack open it. Yeah, and it's like it's more creative. It's like we could have gone to a bar. It's like we had a couple of beers or something and like painted whatever the fuck we wanted. It's like you could be spending the same amount or using like slightly more energy. And
creating is like a spiritual experience, and like people get so caught in like the hustle culture, like, I gotta use this as my next stepping stone. Like, I'm not like, yes, like opportunities like come and like they get you in hot other places, but like you gotta really sit there and appreciate the opportunity itself. Like sit there in the moment, like, wow, here I am with all these people around me making this happen. Like.